Welcome to part 2 of co-creation. In this video, I will explain in more detail how to set up a co-creation process for sustainable products and services in a hospital setting. Developing a new product or service often takes at least a couple of months. And to do this in a co-creative way means that along the whole design process, you will have to collaborate and involve with different types of people. In a basic design cycle, the first activity is to reflect on the current situation. This can be done in different settings. You can do this together with different people in different ways, not necessarily all the time all together. Second, in a basic design cycle, you analyze what is wrong with the current situation. Here again, you can do this in a co-creative way, by involving and bringing people together. Third is a phase of synthesis, with concrete idea generation processes and development. And during this step, new creative directions are being explored, resulting in a description of a new possible solution. This is often considered the most real design and innovation phase, and there's numerous tools and techniques to involve people as well. Finally, in design, you can simulate or realize the new solution to be able to experience it and evaluate the value of it. This basic design process is also the basis for an overall co-creation process and mindset. Within this overall design process, there can be many different moments and types of collaborative and co-creative techniques used, in different forms in each phase. These are moments and processes of collecting input and creating value together as part of a larger co-creation process. From these different types of methods and tools, the most known one is a creative co-creation workshop in a design phase. However, there are many more types of co-creation possible. Other ways to be co-creative or employ co-creation are a series of workshops, a tool to collect online input or feedback, also physical ways of collecting input and feedback on a wall somewhere, even that is co-creation. Have prototyping or testing sessions, have people experience new services, open innovation, do design by community, but also delegating power to others, etc. All these different types of techniques must be carefully chosen and planned, depending on the different participants and level of the challenge at hand. When using all these different methods, especially with people that might find it hard to imagine the future and are not used to do that, you can use the path of expression. Here you guide people from the present, the now, to recall moments and challenges from the past towards understanding what ideas to generate for change in the future. This can help planning your co-creation process. Co-creation can take place at different levels of challenges. And before you start the co-creation process, it is needed to define your scope and type of challenge. Is it at the product technology level, product service system, socio-technical system, or even at the whole societal system? Where does your change lie? And the scope of your challenge also defines the complexity and type of people that will need to be involved. Maybe the most known co-creation process is that of a process between patients and different sorts of medical staff in a hospital. Also sometimes referred to as co-production. Here people are involved to be able to deliver better care. However, co-creation in the case of a circular product is often not only about involving patients. It's about involving all different types of people that sell, buy, distribute, use, or are affected by the use of the product or service. The different type of people have different types of expertise to bring in. They have knowledge about their own experiences, specialized knowledge on technical issues or medical issues, but also sometimes knowledge you did not think about or know about up front. In co-creation, it is important to be open to learn from all these people. So, how to start? First, you have to select and find your environmental hotspot you want to work on. Understand the level this hotspot is at. And second, then you have to identify all the people involved around that hotspot, not just patients. You can use mapping techniques to do that. Second, you have to start planning your co-creation. Not just workshop, but all different forms. Make sure to make it fun, equal and short. And when? Try to do it all the time at different moments to accommodate to busy schedules. Make it short and make it easy. You can do this digitally and physically, but physically is very important to have dedicated places in the hospital where people can go to give input. It's often much more easy than doing it only digitally. A final note to keep in mind is that co-creation does not mean automatically that the majority is right, or that the loudest voices are right, or that the ones in the highest in hierarchy will lead the process. It is a process that needs to be adapted to the challenge at hand and the context. It needs careful management of people and content. So remember, co-creation is not just a workshop. It is a process of making together that can take many different forms. You need to find the right tools and the right way to talk and make together with people. But it's not all of it. It's also about the process before and after. Ultimately, it's about creating the right conditions for people to create value together and to give input towards a circular hospital and get output themselves. Thank you.